The little girl clutched his hand like she'd known him her whole life. Her shoes were soaked, her voice barely a whisper when she said, "Please don't let her find me." He didn't know who she was. He didn't know this moment would change his life forever. And he had no idea that in just a few hours, a line of black luxury cars would pull up, and a billionaire woman would step out with a truth so terrifying it would leave him shaking. Rain had been falling for hours, the kind that turned streets into mirrors and washed away the noise of the city. Daniel Carter was walking home from his second job, exhaustion heavy in his bones. Being a single father didn't allow for rest, only responsibility. His daughter, Lily, was waiting at home with her homework spread across the kitchen table, trusting him to come back like he always did. That was when he heard the crying. It wasn't loud. It wasn't dramatic. It was small. Broken. Afraid. Under the flickering streetlight, he saw her, a little girl no older than 6, soaked to the skin, hugging a pink backpack to her chest like armor. Her hair clung to her face, and her eyes darted around as if danger lived in every shadow. "Hey," Daniel said gently, lowering himself to her level. "Are you lost?" She flinched. Then nodded. Her name was Emma. She didn't know her address. She didn't know her phone number. And every time he mentioned calling the police, her breathing quickened, panic spilling over her tiny frame. "She'll find me," Emma whispered, tears streaking down her cheeks. "She always does." Daniel felt something twist in his chest. He brought her home. He made her soup. Gave her Lily's old hoodie to wear. Let her sit on the couch while his daughter offered crayons and quiet smiles. For the first time that night, Emma laughed, a small, cautious sound that made Daniel's heart ache. Hours passed. Outside, the rain stopped. Inside, the air changed. A low rumble echoed down the street. Then another. Headlights sliced through the windows. Black vehicles. Too many. Too expensive. Then the knock came. Heavy. Commanding. Daniel opened the door. And everything stopped. The woman introduced herself as Victoria Hale. Her name alone carried weight. Billionaire. CEO. One of the most powerful women in the country. Her face appeared on magazines, business panels, news channels. And now she was standing in Daniel's doorway, trembling. Security surrounded the house. Men in suits scanned the street. Phones buzzed nonstop. But Victoria's eyes never left Emma. She pulled her daughter into her arms, gripping her like she might disappear again. Emma didn't resist. But she didn't relax either. Her small fingers clutched Daniel's sleeve until the very last second. "She ran," Victoria said, voice shaking. She was supposed to be safe. Daniel didn't understand. Safe from what? Victoria swallowed hard. "From me," she said. "From my world." She explained everything. The threats. The extortion attempts. The people who wanted leverage, who believed taking a child was the fastest way to break a powerful woman. Emma hadn't been running from her mother. She'd been running from the guards meant to protect her, because one of them had been compromised. If she hadn't found you, Victoria whispered, she would have been taken. Or worse. Silence filled the room. Daniel looked at Emma. At Lily. At the fragile bubble of safety he'd built with nothing but love and effort. And something inside him hardened. Victoria offered money. More than he'd ever seen. Enough to erase every struggle he'd ever known. Daniel refused. "What you gave my daughter tonight," Victoria said quietly, "can't be bought." Days later, news broke. Arrests were made. A trafficking ring was exposed. Careers ended. Lives were saved. Victoria kept her word. But not with money alone. She funded Lily's education. Secured Daniel a job that respected his time as a father. And every year on Emma's birthday, a card arrived at his door with the same words written in careful handwriting. "You didn't just save my life. You showed me what a safe man looks like."